Royal Commission is the only and the first joint effort by the Commonwealth and the Territory Government into looking at two specific issues, youth detention and child protection. And we know from statistics how these two are linked.
That in itself would suggest that removing kids from their families and putting them in out-of-home care is probably not in the best interest of the child.
We have to look at the wider context about what's happened in their life throughout the entirety of their life. From the very young age, what's happened in the family situation, what's happened in the community.
We all know that one size doesn't fit all. And in order to actually make some meaningful changes for any youth, you have to know much better. And the starting point is to speak their language, to know their family. And that's why we need to have a collaborative approach.
Well, you've got to maintain that contact with family and community. If you simply take kids away from Arnhem Land or from Alice Springs or from Tennant Creek, away from community, away from kin, they're not going to do well.
And that's the situation that we face as lawyers who represent children. We see what happens at the end. We see where children have slipped through the cracks and where there's been the failings in the systems in relation to education, child protection, etc.
I think what you have to accept and understand is that Aboriginal family structures are actually quite different to those of mainstream Australians, and so that connectedness by extended family and the extended family responsibilities, certainly grandparents, people who will be responsible for your welfare and well-being are not necessarily just your biological parents. Understanding the complexity of those kinship arrangements, I think, is really important. We should be doing everything we can to make sure those kids are being looked after by at least extended family, and if not extended family, by other Aboriginal families.
We see the end result where we see the damaged child in the criminal justice system who ends up in detention. But we've got to look at the situations, how we can change that to where we go back to help those children right at the beginning so that they don't end up down the track in detention.